What if every desire, every fear, every failure you've carried didn't start with you? What if they're echoes, threads woven from countless past lives, binding you to patterns you can't see but feel every day? The ancient Hindus taught that you are not a single lifetime, but a river of souls flowing through Samsara, the endless wheel of birth, death, and rebirth. Every action plants karmic seeds. Every attachment pulls you deeper into illusion, and every lifetime is a chance, not to escape, but to awaken. This isn't just philosophy. It's a roadmap, a guide written thousands of years ago, showing how the soul can break free from the cosmic cycle and return to its true nature, unbounded, eternal, one with the divine. In this episode, we'll decode the ancient Hindu teachings of karma, dharma, and moksha, and reveal how you can reclaim your soul's forgotten power, starting now. Part 1. The Soul's Map, Samsara and the Cosmic Wheel. What if your life isn't the only one you've lived? What if every fear, every joy, every longing you carry is part of a chain stretching across lifetimes? In ancient Hindu philosophy, this chain is called Samsara, the endless wheel of birth, death, and rebirth. The soul, atman, is eternal, but it becomes caught in Maya, the great illusion. Forgetting its true nature, clinging instead to identities, roles, and desires. This wheel isn't random. It's powered by karma, the universal law of cause and effect. Every thought you think, every word you speak, every action you take plants a seed that ripens in the future, sometimes in this life, sometimes in the next. Imagine yourself as both the player and the game, shifting roles, shifting faces, always unfolding as part of a cosmic dance. But samsara is not just about physical rebirth, it's about the inner cycles too. Every time you fall into old patterns, anger, fear, craving, attachment, you're reborn again in the same emotional landscape. You don't need to wait for the next life to repeat a cycle. You're repeating it now. The Upanishads tell us the soul is like a spark of the divine, but covered by layers of conditioning. The purpose of life, then, is not just to survive, but to remember, to awaken from the sleep of illusion, to realize that you are not the turning of the wheel, but the witness behind it. And here lies the paradox. Even a god can be trapped in samsara, while a human, through awakening, can break free. Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, "The soul is neither born nor dies. It is eternal, everlasting, never destroyed when the body is destroyed." But to live this truth, you must go beyond theory. You must understand the forces that hold you here and learn how to untangle them. Transition to next part. If samsara is the wheel, then karma is the fuel. In the next part, we'll explore how karma shapes your destiny, not as punishment, but as the mirror reflecting your own energy. And we'll uncover how shifting karma opens the door to liberation. Part 2. Karma, the engine of the soul's journey. What if every moment of your life, every encounter, every joy, every heartbreak, was not random, but the unfolding of a script you yourself helped write? In Hindu philosophy, this script is called karma. But karma is often misunderstood. It's not punishment, it's not cosmic revenge, it's cause and effect, subtle, intricate, unavoidable. Every thought you think, every emotion you harbor, every action you take sends out ripples into the universe. Those ripples return, not because someone is judging you, but because energy seeks balance. Karma is the invisible thread that connects your past, present, and future. It shapes your circumstances, your relationships, your patterns. Why were you born into this family? Why do you struggle with the same emotional wounds, life after life, moment after moment? The ancients taught, your external world is a mirror, reflecting the karmic imprints you carry within. Anger attracts anger. Compassion multiplies compassion. Attachment leads to more attachment. Every moment is both a result and a new seed. But here's the most radical truth. Karma is not fixed. It's alive. It's reshaped by awareness. The Bhagavad Gita teaches that. By acting with detachment, without clinging to success or fearing failure, you can transcend karma. This doesn't mean you escape consequences. It means you stop generating new chains. You become a conscious actor, moving through life with clarity, untangling old knots instead of tightening them. This is why spiritual masters emphasize intentional action. It's not just what you do, it's how you do it. Act with greed, and you deepen the loop. Act with wisdom, and you loosen the threads. Even the smallest acts matter. A word of kindness, a moment of forgiveness, a conscious breath instead of a reactive outburst. These are not small. They are rewiring the flow of your karmic energy. But most of all, karma is a teacher. Every challenge you face is not punishment. It's the universe holding up a mirror, demanding, will you awaken or shatter under your own weight? Transition to next part. If karma is the law that shapes your journey, then Dharma is the higher path that guides you through it. In the next part, we'll explore the ancient Hindu concept of Dharma, the unique soul path, the inner calling that, when followed, aligns you with cosmic order and leads you one step closer to liberation. Part 3. Dharma, walking the soul's true path. If karma is the law of action and reaction, then Dharma is the compass, the higher truth guiding you through the maze of life. In Hindu philosophy, Dharma means more than duty or morality. It is your soul's path. The unique alignment between your gifts, your challenges, and the greater cosmic order. It's the reason you were born in this time, this body, this life. It's what you're here to learn, to give, to embody. But here's the catch. Dharma isn't imposed from the outside. It's not a rule book handed down by gods or priests. It's a deep, inner knowing, a whisper from the core of your being. That says, this is right, this is true, this is yours. For one person, Dharma may call them to serve, to heal, to uplift others. For another, it may call them to create, to challenge, to disrupt. There is no one-size-fits-all. What matters is alignment. The Bhagavad Gita teaches this. Better to fail in your own Dharma than succeed in the Dharma of another. Why? Because when you abandon your soul's calling, you abandon your deepest truth. You may gain success, but you lose yourself. Dharma also evolves. It's not fixed at birth. As you grow, as your awareness expands, so too does your path. Following Dharma is not about perfection. It's about presence, about walking with integrity moment by moment, even when the way is unclear. But here's the most powerful truth. When you align with Dharma, karma begins to untangle. Why? Because you stop fighting life. You stop generating resistance. You step into harmony with the greater flow, and life begins to carry you. This is why ancient sages spoke of effortless action. Not passive surrender, but active alignment. When you act from Dharma, you act from the soul. And from that place, your impact ripples far beyond what you can see. Transition to next part. But even with right action, even with pure intention, the cycle of birth and death continues, unless you awaken to the deepest truth of all. In the next part, we'll explore Moksha, the final liberation, the release from Samsara, and the soul's return to its eternal source. Part 4. Moksha, the final liberation. What if all the striving, all the lifetimes, all the karma and dharma were not the end, but just the preparation? In Hindu philosophy, there is a state beyond the wheel of samsara, a state beyond birth, beyond death, beyond rebirth. It is called moksha, liberation. Moksha is not heaven. It's not a paradise where you go after you die. It's a profound shift in consciousness, a realization that you were never the separate self you believed yourself to be. Moksha comes when the atman, the individual soul, recognizes its true identity. With Brahman, the absolute, the boundless, unchanging ground of all being. This is not an intellectual idea, it's not a belief, it's a living, burning realization. The sages say, "You are not the doer, you are not the body, you are not even the mind. You are pure awareness, unchanging, eternal, free." But if that's true, why don't we experience it? Why do we stay caught in the illusion? Because of avidya, ignorance, forgetting. We identify with the body, with the name, with the story. We cling to desires, we fear loss, we grasp at pleasures. And so, we remain bound. The ancient texts say, moksha is not something you achieve. It's something you remember. It's the dissolving of the last illusion, the melting away of the false self, the awakening to the truth. That you were always free. This awakening can come in a flash, through deep meditation, through surrender, through the grace of the divine. Or it can unfold gradually, as the layers of illusion peel away. But either way, it's the culmination of the soul's journey. The ultimate goal, not escape, but realization, transition to next part. But here's the beautiful paradox. You don't have to wait for death to taste liberation. The ancient sages taught that. You can walk this earth, fully engaged, and yet be free inside. In the next part, we'll explore how to live Jivan Mukti, liberation while alive, and how to embody the truth of moksha in your everyday existence. Part 5, Jivan Mukti, living liberation while alive. What if you didn't have to wait for death to taste the freedom of the soul? What if liberation wasn't an escape from life, but a way of moving through it? Awake, untangled, completely free inside? In Hindu philosophy, this is called Jivan Mukti, the state of being liberated while still alive. It is the rarest attainment, the crown of the soul's journey. A Jivan Mukta is one who has realized the truth. I am not the body. I am not the mind. I am pure awareness, silent, infinite, eternal. But here's the paradox. They don't disappear into a cave. They don't abandon the world. They stay. They walk among us. They eat, speak, act. But nothing sticks. No karma is generated. No illusion binds. They move through life, like a mirror reflecting light but never clinging to the images. This is the state that sages like Ramana Maharshi, Sri Ramakrishna and Adi Shankaracharya embodied. They showed that you can engage fully with the world, love, serve, teach, create, and yet remain anchored in the unchanging truth. But how is this possible? It comes down to non-attachment. The Jivan Mukta sees the play of life, but knows it's just that, a play. They don't cling to praise or blame, gain or loss, pleasure or pain. They act, but they are not the actor. They love, but they know all love flows from the One. This doesn't mean emotional coldness. In fact, the liberated being often radiates deep compassion because they see the suffering caused by illusion. They serve not out of duty, but out of spontaneous love, flowing from the realization that all is one. And here's the most beautiful truth. You don't have to wait for lifetimes to begin this journey. The seeds of Jivanmukti are planted every time you pause, breathe, and remember. I am the witness. I am not this fear. I am not this desire. I am the space in which it all arises. Final transition. In the final call to action, we'll remind you, you are not walking this path to become something else. You are walking it to remember what you've always been. The soul is not climbing upward. It is turning inward, back to the source, back to the truth, back to the freedom that has always been yours. Final CTA, awaken now. You were never broken. You were never trapped. You were always free. You just forgot. Moksha isn't far away. It's right here, in the breath you're taking now. Stop waiting. Stop searching. The awakening you crave is already within you. Subscribe. Step deeper. In the next episode, we uncover the true origin of the Knights Templar, the secret history, the esoteric power, and how their hidden knowledge still shapes our world today. This is not just a video, it's your crossroad. Will you rise, or will you drift for another lifetime? The choice is yours. Decide with courage. The time has come. Join us